The Couch is proudly supported by Palace Cinemas, Elite Audiovisual Productions, Crown and Andrews Board Games, fun for the whole family, and Scoot Airlines. Escape the ordinary, fly Scoot.
Hello Australia, welcome to episode 655 of The Couch. Big show today. Let me tell you who's on it. Paul Elwyn's coming in, blast from the past. It's been about 18 years since we started this show, or 17 some will say, but Paul left us maybe about 8 years ago, so we got him back today to say hello and see what he's up to. Later on, we've got the Bitchin' team coming in as well. We've got entertainment with Alexander Sacosta. We've got Simone's bringing in the comedians with Questionable, and Kay Cooper coming in to give away some bears, some amazing bears. Stay tuned for that one. We're also calling a Queenslander, a lady who is going to try and win 2 tickets to Singapore thanks to Scoot. Big Couch, stick around. We've got music as well from Cade and Caitlin. It's a big couch, 100% local, and we love it. Starts now.
It's showtime on the couch. It's showtime on the couch. You can see it from your house. You can see it from your house. It's showtime on the couch with Fred and the best in town. You can see it from your house. Yeah, it's showtime on the couch. Oh, oh, oh.
Hope you can stick around for the next hour. And directing the show today, Liam Kyle, thank you for coming back and taking care of the control room as well. Bitchin' is up first, so let's get straight into it. Let me welcome our bitches for today. We've got Chris Ilsley from Perth tonight on 6PR.
Will you stop calling me a bitch?
I won't. A nice man. There you go.
Oh, no,
a nice woman.
No,
Thank you, Fred.
That's a nice
Thank
man.
you.
Not
Lovely
nice woman
to
to
be
Chris.
here.
No one's ever called me a nice man.
Di
Nice
Wilcox,
woman.
thank you for coming in from the Magic Coat.
Thank you for having
well
me.
done. And I've seen you heaps on Instagram. Look out for that name, Magic Coat, doing
Is
great
this the
things for
Magic
kids.
Coat?
And
Oh, no,
the
wish
guy
it
who
was.
should be wearing the Magic Coat, Ted Bull, thank you very much.
Good to see you. It's good to. I've just got a collective for bitches.
Yeah.
A batch of bitches.
A batch of bitches.
Yeah, and when we get it wrong, we're a batch of bitches botching.
Or what about a batch
Lovely.
of bitches bitching?
That's it. That's all we've got time
No,
for
but
today.
that's true. Yeah.
Ted, what have you got for us today?
Well, what have I got? Actually, it's a personal experience, I have
Okay.
to admit. Now, as you know, I do travel a fair bit
I do
these
know,
days,
yes, I've noticed.
spending the kids' inheritance as quickly as I can.
Good.
And when I travel overseas,
Yeah.
I always go premium.
As opposed to
economy.
DS domestic.
Costs a little bit more, but who cares? But travelling within Australia, I do go cattle class, and I was coming back from Melbourne only during. Well, I'm running Ted Bull in cattle class. Anyway,
Yeah.
coming back from Melbourne, I suffered 2 or maybe 3 of the worst examples
not
of
feet
poor
in your
etiquette on an
face.
airplane. Yeah.
I hate feet in the face
Well,
type thing.
Feet
well,
in the face.
feet in the
Put
face.
their
How do you
feet-
see
Yeah,
it?
I was
Put their
thinking-
feet on the side of
Oh.
the window, and usually if you sit on the window, you get this foot in your face sort of thing.
Oh,
And it's-
yeah.
it's very rude.
It really is.
Yeah, but you can really creep them out by going, this little piggy.
I don't need to
Or
say
you can
any
get
more
a
after
craving
that.
for
That
feet,
was
yeah,
a great.
no, no.
That was a great. That's great. Anyway,
I'm
getting
not sitting next to any of these guys.
anyway, getting
Anyway,
getting back to me.
it's about
You don't mind if I just tap my fingers waiting to get back to me?
Yes, Ted, what happened?
And so I suffered several of them. One, I always sit in the aisle seat because I don't sit in the window because it's a long way to the bottom if you want to rock and roll.
Correct.
I don't sit in the middle because I'm a bit
You
I
get
don't want to be
largish.
stuck in the middle with you.
Great, yes, great song.
Segue, yeah.
Steelers Wheel.
Yes.
1975.
Jerry Rafferty.
Oh, blue skies, green lights. Anyway, I'm forever auditioning.
Better music.
And I had
More
this largish but beautifully built person next to me, and she
You still
wanted to
travel
have
with
the
Steve
armrest.
Collins.
She wanted
Yes.
the armrest, and
Yes.
she also wanted to push
Ted,
her
let's
leg.
call a spade a spade. The fat woman next to you, right?
But I really can't say that because that's
No,
a spade calling a
she's
spade.
a lovely lady.
She was a lovely lady, but she wanted.
I didn't say she
her-
wasn't a lovely
So-
lady. I just said she was fat.
I just don't
I-
like talking about
so-
Steve Collins like that.
So I was forced to hang out in the aisle.
Yes, and what
And
happened?
every time the cart came by,
Oh, I get that all.
it knocked me.
I
And then,
get
of
the
course,
leg.
the person in front of me, as soon as they hopped in, pressed the button, and their seat came back. So I was overall not happy.
It's
However,
terrible.
Should breathe in their ear when they do that.
Well,
So what
that
happened?
actually causes problems. This person did invent this little gizmo that you could shove in the seat and they couldn't push it back.
Yeah, and the airline started
and
World
they
War
stopped
III
it.
over that.
However, I
True
discovered it is not number one in what is considered poor etiquette on airplanes.
Really?
Do you know what
reckon
number one
I know.
is?
Yep, I reckon I know. Wah!
Children.
Wah!
And this is he will be talking about that. But
Yeah.
do you know what number two is? Number two is very close to number two because it's flatulence.
Really, on a plane.
Yes, people.
Someone did that behind us. Can I just say it wasn't us? But the lady behind me,
Thank you for that
she kept
clarification.
saying, whoever did it, and they know who it is, will they stop doing it?
Well,
and so everybody looks away.
Well, it's
Ladies and
interesting.
gentlemen, this is your captain speaking. No
Oxygen,
farting. I
oxygen
repeat,
mask
no
without drop.
farting.
Well, there was even talk of having a methane tester. So when people hopped on board,
my
they breathed into the methane tester, and those who were potential pongers
Yes.
were sent to the
Farters,
back of the aircraft as afterburners, I suppose.
I put them near the over wing exit, extra fuel for the jet.
So what do you think, you've obviously outlined some of the things that's
Yes,
not
I
good
have,
etiquette.
haven't I? No one's noticed
So
it, of course.
I have, because
Well,
I've had
because
the
you're the
trolley.
compere.
Can I just tell you something? I've had the trolley knock my legs.
Yeah.
And they just go, oh, sorry.
Yeah,
And I'm
sorry.
like, you just
Yeah.
did it 12 times. So what I do is I always sit right at the back of the plane near the
Yeah.
toilet, right?
With the afterburners.
Yes,
Oh, that
I sit
smells
right
up
at the
there,
back because
though.
I'm thinking I'm only going to get hit once, because by the time they get back to the back of the plane,
And also, sitting at the back near the dunnies, if you do suffer flatulence,
You quick-
you can always just look at the door and say, it's a person in the toilet.
I
that's
tell
doing
you
it."
what, but-
However,
Yes.
they are...
That's
they
sort
are-
of like the aeroplane version of blaming the bad smells on the dog, right?
This is true. And in my research, I discovered some other interesting points.
Let
And
us
one
know
is
quickly.
that it is not true that men's farts are more trumpeting than women's. And women's, it's not true, their farts are more aromatic than men's.
really,
This is not true.
I'd
We're
rather
all
have
the
neither.
same.
Can I ask just quickly one from each of you? Di, have you had?
Oh,
etiquette?
you want to comment
Yeah.
about that? I'm speechless. This is one of the more unusual
Breathless would be the
stories
word.
we've actually. Yeah. I
Have
must
you ever
say-
had bad etiquette?
I
on
thought,
the-
yeah.
I don't know what he's going to ask, man.
Yeah, I thought the
Just
same.
a quick one, because I want us to wrap.
No. Of course, there's been bad etiquette. I find that people who push their seats back while you're trying to eat.
Yes.
And and I don't mind when people put it back.
Well, they're
when
stopping
you've
that
already...
now. They're telling people to put their seats
Yeah,
up.
they are.
when
Not
they
everyone
open back.
listens though, do they?
they're
They
sleeping
do
on
their
it.
own
No, they
thing.
don't, no.
Yeah.
People sleep on the plane. I just find the feet on top of the seat or under my legs or things like that, or where they shove their bags underneath the seat and wax your legs. There's a lot of people on
Wax your
planes
legs.
that really don't care less. because
Can
of
I
the
just say
budget.
one more thing? Hugh Jackman had it right. He said one of the great things about being famous, when he hops on an aeroplane, he turns to the left. Oh, to be famous.
And we stay tuned to hear about what happened with the Veronicas as well on Qantas. They had a bit of bad.
Did they have flatulent
Yeah, they had
problems
an
too?
issue on one of the Qantas planes. They got thrown off.
There is another way to fix it. Works for me. I sit there and I call it my bus face. Basically, I look like I'm a murderer
Yeah.
looking for victims, but I haven't picked one yet. And there is a possibility you may be that victim.
You're next.
So what happens, I sit there like this,
yeah.
and everyone gives me a wide berth and it's like, you want to lower your seat? Well, it might be akin to lowering your coffin.
Could be true. Actually, the look would probably just about scare
Yeah,
you.
I'm scared.
Guy, what's your story? Thank you, Ted.
Oh, thank you, Fred.
No, thank you, Ted.
Thank you, Ted. Thank you, Fred. Nobody's dead, so it's all good.
This is a really interesting one. There is a Russian gentleman who is suing iPhone for turning him gay.
I heard about this story. I printed it.
Yeah. And I found this interesting because he read something on there that said, look, there's a lot more to this story, clearly, but the main
What's
point
the
is
gist
he
of
read,
it?
don't judge until you try, was what he saw on the phone. So he decided, well, how can I judge something without trying? So he decided to try same-sex relationships, but he found himself a boyfriend. His parents are very unhappy about it, and he's now blaming iPhone
For making him
for
gay.
making
And
he's
him
suing,
gay.
and he's suing
And
them.
What did he
he's
have on
suing
the phone? Grindr or something?
And it was actually Gaycoin cryptocurrency.
Really?
App.
Gaycoin
Gaycoin
cryptocurrency. What
That
is this
sounded
world
like
becoming?
Batman and Robin a bit there. And I'm Alfred.
I mean, not that there's anything wrong with that, of course.
To the Batmobile, Batman. So what do we do with this story? Do we believe that's likely the case? He became gay because of the
I
phone.
blame Vladimir Putin.
No,
He blamed him for
He
everything
was
else.
behind it.
no.
He broke into iPhones. He had his hackers from Belarus break into iPhones and insert I don't know,
Trump had something to do.
gay something into the phone.
Is
No,
it-
but it's all about people blaming.
Instead of the
everything
KGB,
else.
it was
So
the
is it-
gay GB.
Are we talking about this is the way the world's going,
That's
Di?
what I think. For me, it was stood out that everyone's looking for someone
that's
to blame.
scapegoat.
There's a scapegoat for everything.
Isn't that funny
We need
that
to
that
take
is the
Let's be honest,
responsibility for our
Apple's
own
got pretty deep
decisions.
pockets. And you know the thing about this, in all seriousness, I reckon they're going to go for GAM, go away money. Apple are going to say, we don't want this crap.
I just,
Yeah,
I
look,
like what
I-
you're saying, Di, because I think that's the normal politically correct way
Yeah,
of doing things.
and
now.
I also
blame
think
somebody for
Blame
something.
someone.
Everything.
when it comes to Apple, let's face it, it is a core problem.
Yes. Yes.
It is.
Although
It
I
is.
do find I spit the seeds out.
That's nowhere
Okay.
near as funny as
Talking
mine.
about
No,
the
I know,
seeds,
I know.
what's the seed of your story? Because we have 4 minutes or 3
I might
minutes.
need a
that's right.
psychologist
No,
after this
my-
session.
Di or me?
No, you.
Oh,
It's
me,
your turn.
okay.
Di's
No,
already talked about the Apple.
Apparently,
Can you
Japan
talk about it?
Airlines have a new online booking tool, and no, that
Yeah.
does not refer to the desk clerk. It allows people to choose seats far away from babies and toddlers.
Arigato.
Yeah.
Aso.
That's all.
Isn't
You
this going
take
to be a
little
rude
child
way
down
of
back
dealing
and
with
leave me
people?
alone.
Oh, it is.
What's
a
next?
rude
You're going
way.
to draw a picture of a fat person on the computer and say
Yeah.
you're sitting next to a
We're
fat
going to have
person.
to have a methane test.
Ted,
Say-
you and I will have to sue them
We
because
would
we won't be
sue
able to put
them.
our images on the plane. Nobody will want to sit next to us. It means we get 3 seats.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. I love
Nobody
this
wants to
place.
sit next to me
Chris-
on a flight. True
Because,
story.
yeah, we
I
already
read
told
Air
us that.
Disaster Volume 1, 2 and 3 from MacArthur Jobe on a flight to Sydney. The
Chris,
woman sitting next to me was ashen the whole trip, mate.
Oh dear.
Chris, getting to what you're talking about, I mean, someone's got to pull this together sometimes.
Thank you, Ted.
I think that it doesn't matter. It was like in the smoking days. You'd sit in a non-smoking part of an
Yes,
airplane.
and
It
still
didn't make any difference.
Because they're
Same with
behind you.
kids crying. In an aeroplane, what
Yeah,
difference?
so instead of smoking or non-smoking, we have crying or non-crying.
Yeah.
Well, Scoot actually have a service where it's called the quiet zone. They don't actually say it's not. No kids can sit in that area, but the kids are like one row after. them.
Yeah, yeah.
Actually, you know
What's
what I
the
would call
difference?
you know what they should call the class where you have lots of crying kids? The Venergan class.
Is this
You
all
can't
about
do that
kids, Bart?
anymore.
Is this all
Oh
about?
no, you
Is
can't.
this all
do
about
that.
not sitting next to parents that have got kids? Because it's sort of sad. Because as a parent, you've got your kids, and I get annoyed myself when I hear babies crying constantly. But then I think, the poor parent, what can they do?
And
Well-
there's very little they can do. They can do the best they can.
We've all been crying babies.
We all
And I
have.
also would like to add that
Except
every
Ted.
time I've flown and there's been that problem, those wonderful cabin crew people who I really love, they'll take the baby.
Yes,
And
but
they'll
they
go,
bring it
"Doo,
back.
doo, doo."
That's the problem. They do bring it back because I've been in that situation. They say to the lady, "Can I help you with the baby?" And the mother will say, "No, it's just the. It's okay. We'll take it." And they'll bring it back.
I thought you were going to say,
They do have to give the child back to the parent, Fred.
Yes,
Mind
but
you,
do you think?
I do think it's possible that a child like me could have been on an aeroplane.
You
You know,
never cried.
As a 5-year-old, I know I wouldn't have cried. I just would have been.
You're reading disaster
Yeah.
stories.
Oh,
Tell me, what do you all think? I mean, do you think it's fair that they segregate or actually pinpoint babies on a plane?
well,
probably
as I
is.
said, I
Look,
don't
some
think it makes a
people, let's
difference.
face it, some people find it very annoying.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Thank you very much.
Well, look, it's been a wonderful
She's
pleasure. One of
wrapping
the
us
great
up.
moments
Ted
of my
Bull,
life.
thank you very much for having a little bit of a word edgeways.
We have evidence of
Di,
it.
I'm not too
you.
sure what you were here for. We
No,
didn't hear
but
that.
thank you. Thank you
can
for
I just-
everyone for listening to the few words I had to
Why
say.
don't you give a plug for your magic coat?
Oh, get on board to, which camera am I on? This one? Magiccoat.com. Grab one of the books and spread the word.
And what about you, Ted? You want to? Ted, sorry. That's Ted.
Listen,
You're
I will
Chris.
never sue for having my name associated with Ted. I can't guarantee
Legend.
that Ted won't sue for having his name
Legend
associated
Chris,
with mine.
thank you very much. Perth
Thank you.
tonight, 6pr.com.au, Monday to Friday, 8 to midnight.
You're going to be doing that over summer?
I am going to be doing it, I hope. Doing it well, I hope. Thank you very much.
Fantastic.
Yes, I'll have you on as a guest.
Oh,
and
will you really? He won't
Yes.
have me.
I reckon I would love to get Chris on as a guest for the panel on a Thursday
You won't get a
night.
word in.
That's all right.
But you wouldn't anyway.
What's the difference? Thank you for bitching. Wonderful
Thank you.
team.
Thank you for
Look
having
forward to
me.
having you back
Mate.
again.
Thank you
We're
for
going to
letting
take a
us
break. After the break, we're talking to one of our own legends who's been our music guy for many years, left us, but we've got him back and talk about what's happening in his life now. Paul Elwin, next on the couch. See you then. Welcome back to the couch. It's always nice to give away or try and give away a couple of tickets on a Dreamliner. Thanks to Scoot. There it is there. Can't wait. I'm dreaming of travelling. Look at that, Steve Collins. He's away again at the moment in South Africa. We might even get him on the Skype next week, find out how he's going. But we're going to give one lucky home viewer. Her name is, let me read it off the screen. Her name is Virginia Smith. She's from Westlake in Queensland. There it is. She's going to be giving a chance to herself to fly to Singapore with a friend, a lover or partner or anybody she chooses. Let's dial the number, please, Ben. Virginia Smith in Westlake in Queensland. Now, this is our first Queensland hopeful winner, thanks to Scoot. Now, if she picks up the phone in 5 rings, that's 1, that's 2, that's 3, that's 4.
Hello, Virginia.
Hello, Virginia. Is that Virginia Smith in Westlake?
Yes.
Virginia, my name is Fred Mafrica, and I do a TV show from Perth on Foxtel called The Couch.
That's right.
You know who I am?
I do, actually. I have watched that show. Yes, I do.
Well, you know, it sometimes pays to listen to such a great show or watch a great show in Queensland. What made you watch us? Was it by mistake? You sort of flicked over and saw this hot guy in a red shirt or jacket?
No, I like watching community shows, so I quite often watch
Local stuff?
shows. I really like them.
Well,
Actually, they're salt of the earth, and you get to find out what's really going on in the world.
Well, Virginia, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do in Queensland? Because I've never been to Westlake.
Oh, what do I do? Well, I'm not working. I'm retired. I've got a bit of a health issue, so I don't work.
Yep.
I'm into gardening. I'm a real gardener.
Beautiful.
And I follow Aussie rules, actually. We're from Melbourne originally.
Who was your team? Did you go for Richmond?
No, the Brisbane Lions.
Oh, bad luck. They didn't do too well.
But anyway, they got there. They did well this year.
Oh, look, it is such a pleasure to have you on the phone because on behalf of us all here in Perth in our studio, let's give her a round of applause, everybody.
Oh, my goodness.
Do you know why? You're going to go to see a beautiful garden, Gardens by the Bay in Singapore. You're going to love it over there.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, I am. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.
Aren't you beautiful?
No, Virginia, we are very serious, 100% serious. You're going to fly the Dreamliner 787 thanks to Scoot. You're going to go in the next 12 months. You can travel. I'll get that all booked up for you. Do you know who you're going to take?
Yes, my husband. I think I'm dreaming. Is this real?
Have you told him?
Oh, wow.
Have you told him yet that he's going to Singapore?
No, he's just gone in to get something to eat at the big M.
Oh, just when you get off the phone, just, it was just a phone. A guy called Fred in Perth just told us we're going to Singapore. But congratulations. Thanks to Scoot, you're going to be flying the Dreamliner. You can choose how long you want to stay away for. You just have to pay for your accommodation and that and spending money. But Singapore is an amazing place. I've been there a few times. Absolutely love it. You're going to love Scoot. Have you flown Dreamliner before?
No, I haven't.
Well, you're going to love it. It's just incredible. So congratulations.
Wow.
It does pay to watch a Perth show.
Much. Oh, wow. It does pay to go in these competitions.
Yes, it does.
To be in it.
And it's such a pleasure to be able to give it away to a Queenslander, fellow Australian over in Queensland. So thank you for watching The Couch. I'll be in touch in the next few days and organise awards. So start thinking when you want to go and get all your passport up to date.
Boy. When I come down off the clouds.
Well, thank you for watching The Couch.
Thank you so much, and I'll keep watching. Thank
Good
you.
on you, Virginia. Have a wonderful day. I know we've made your day.
Oh, you have. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. There you go. Now, I'm going to make my day by speaking to this guy right next to me called Paul Elwyn.
Oh, hey.
Paul, welcome back. Usually I'd be saying, talking music with Paul Elwyn.
Well, that's what I used to say quite a few years ago.
Do you remember, Paul, how long ago you started on The Couch?
A few years ago. I know that Game of Thrones wasn't out back then.
Did we have internet back then?
Maybe not iPhones, I don't know.
Yeah,
it was quite a while back.
It would have been, I reckon, over 10 or 12, maybe 15 years ago.
Yeah, and because I was reporting on music, but music's changed so much now. Like, I used to buy CDs.
Yes.
But now
how much has it changed?
phone.
Because CDs are sort of gone.
It's all about going to concerts, enjoying festivals. Oh, my gosh. Wow. Nice shirts.
Look how slim.
I don't have any of those shirts anymore.
Oh, that was me.
Wow, the huge sideburns too. I got rid of those.
But wow. Do you know why? The huge. You reckon you got rid of them? They're still there.
They're still there. They're not as much. But yeah,
you know, you can blame Liam for finding all these shots. But you know what? Okay. Like me, we were very lucky. We're very attractive people that we've stayed pretty attractive or pretty much the same.
Yeah. It's like a fine wine.
Yes, exactly.
Sort of keeping
You just
you
spit
know,
it out.
keeping up the maintenance. Yeah.
Paul, when you talk about music back then, because you came on as our music presenter.
Yes.
I think. Did you do any other segments, or was it just?
I think it was mostly music.
I think
that was my
sometimes you
main
did
thing.
videos.
'Cause, yeah, that's what I was
What
doing.
attracted you to music back then, or are you still attracted to music?
I still enjoy music, but I don't go to as many, say, concerts and events. Back then, when I was younger, that was all I was really doing in my spare time. And for me, it was that, and I enjoyed going out buying CDs, listening to music, and that was the kind of thing I was doing. But these days, I can just go, well, here's my favourite music.
Spotify or
and it's
iTunes.
all on my phone or whatever.
It's
So,
amazing,
yeah.
isn't it, how things have changed, even in 10 or 15 years? Because I reckon it's been at least 8 years since you left us.
I think so, yeah.
It's been a
Roughly
while.
that, yeah.
Since that time, what have you done? Because you actually married your beautiful girlfriend at that time.
Well, essentially, yeah, I'm happily married with 2 beautiful daughters, Elise and Zoe.
How old are your kids now?
Elise is 10 and Zoe is 8.
Looking back, when you were with us, did you ever see yourself as a dad? Or, I mean, did you want to be a dad back then?
I've always wanted to be a dad, but it's kind of,
What's
you
it
just
like?
have no idea how much fun and what's involved in like the whole role. Like you think, oh, from movies or from friends or from your own family, you think, oh, you know, that's a fair bit of work or whatever. But no, it's actually heaps of work, but it's actually a lot of enjoyment too. So
Had they
for
ever
me,
seen
it's-
you on TV? Did you keep any tapes of Dad on TV?
Yeah, and there's some YouTube ones and such.
Because you
and
know they're going
yeah,
to watch
they
this
find
and
that
say,
amusing.
gee, Dad, you look good on TV. You should
Yeah,
go
yeah.
back to that show. See, I think the thing is about you, one of the magic things about you is your enthusiasm. Whenever you presented, it was real. And you loved your music. You lived and breathed what you were talking about.
It's
But-
a lot of fun. That's the whole thing. It's
And your
sort of-
voice.
Yeah.
It
just
hasn't
take
gone
it
away.
on.
You still got that radio voice.
I guess, yeah. It's like some people still go, oh, you should do radio or something. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, no, that's, I'm just happy just, you know, doing
So what do
I
you do these days? Because I remember you were into graphics back then.
Basically, yeah, I used to do a bit of graphic design work and print work. Essentially now, I'm enjoying life as a printer technician.
What do they do?
Currently working for a Perth company, ArtRef. They deal with like huge plotting machines and machines that print for signage and such.
Oh, wow.
And I think I even repaired a machine here.
Yes.
They've got like one in the photography section.
right.
Which I dealt with like months and months ago.
So
But
you're an
no,
actual
it's fine.
technician. You go
Yeah,
out
I
and do
actually
all
go
that stuff.
around and sort that sort of thing out. And for me, I'm enjoying that.
So I was telling
Yeah.
Paul, he actually designed our first logo, which was probably on one of those clips. It used to be a picture of a couch, and it was a colourful couch. the
Yeah,
shape
that
of a
was-
couch. But
that was fun.
It was amazing back then. You did that. It's amazing when you look forward. When I asked you to come on the show, how did you feel? You go, oh, it's not me anymore. Did you go? Oh, that'll be fun.
No, I was thinking, well, I should work out. No, it's fun. I just thought, oh, that's good.
So you never
Like,
pursued radio or TV or any of that?
no,
sort of
not really.
presenting?
I was pretty happy just doing
Doing
the
your
thing.
art
Yeah,
stuff.
but for me, it's mainly like being a dad and a family guy, and then just my work I enjoy as well. And essentially, for me, like there's a few hobbies,
Mm-hmm.
but all I do, it's kind of funny because like this year I decided, I'm going to get more into gaming and such. So
Isn't it funny? A lot of people have got into gaming now.
yeah,
We had
gaming and old school gaming is huge,
Pete
especially
Corelli
colour.
from Mix,
Yeah.
or now he's from 92.9. He started, is it Game On Australia?
Yeah.
He does that, and it's all to do with gaming. And he's in his 40s, right? 40s, no, I'm not saying you're too old. But is it something people are getting into now? Is it a
It's a whole
fashion?
nostalgia thing, because like that's the same. Like music is music, and that's fun for me, and I can get whatever music I want to these days and listen to it. So for me, the main thing I enjoy, and I'm sharing it with my kids as well, is computer games, because they go, oh well, you know, there's Fortnite and Minecraft. What did you used to play? And I'll be like, check this out.
Atari.
And one of my favourite places is Palace Arcade in Northbridge.
That's just started following
And-
me on Instagram as well.
That's cool.
Today.
Because that's great. Because you go there and you go, oh my god,
Is
these
it
are all
retro?
the arcade games I used to play when I was a teenager.
What a great
when I was
idea.
a kid. And for me, I sort of get into that sort of thing as well. So I've got like my own Instagram and a YouTube thing where I put up like old school games and such. So whenever I can do that.
And are the kids into music? Your kids love music?
Yeah, they're
or-
into music, but for me, it's kind of like, yeah, okay, what's a Cardi B? I don't know what that's about. And then they sort of
High
show me like what they like. Oh no, not High Five. It's
They're not
it's
into
now
it?
it's,
You've
it's all
confirmed it?
Ariana Grande and
Really? Isn't it amazing?
Billie
They're so
Eilish
young.
and all that stuff. And I'm kind of going, oh, okay, here's what I used to listen to, and they go, oh, it's not.
terrible.
So they might get into it, but they do get amused by like going, oh, what are these CD things? And and I say, "Oh, check it out. There's a booklet and everything."
Do you remember what my favourite band was?
Your favourite band?
Do you remember who my favourite music? ABBA.
ABBA.
You should play that for the kids, see what they think.
There was an ABBA special, wasn't there?
We did. We did a few ABBA specials.
Yeah.
And Demel said that. She says, "No, she's all right. She's nearly as good as you, but she's not good with ABBA."
You'd like it. Both my daughters like ABBA, but my youngest, Zoe, she's actually watched like Mamma Mia 1 and 2 so many times.
And they probably love the music.
And then I said, well, check this out. And I pulled out my old PlayStation 2 and I put SingStar ABBA on.
Yeah.
And basically she was doing that. The in-laws, everyone was over for Christmas and she was basically singing ABBA for the whole night, which was great.
Wonderful. Great daughter.
Like that.
You should bring her on the couch, I reckon. I thought you were going to bring them in today, but I didn't know if you were. But can you remember the reason you got into doing the couch back all those years ago?
Well, basically I was volunteering at Access 31.
Community station.
I was getting into the shows that were being put, on Access 31, and then basically, I think I met you, and you mentioned, here's an idea for a show, and I was like, that's cool. What's it going to be about? And then the notice came up, and I was like, this is
cool. And you were one of the originals. I say original, and you stayed with us right till.
I remember being like not myself, just myself, but everybody on the first day of shooting being like insanely nervous because
someone said I looked like a Cheshire cat
because everyone was going like, all right, so what's this show going to be about? And then everyone's thinking like, what are we going to bring
what
to
are we
it?
about?
And like for me, I just thought, look, I love music and I'm just going to bring music into the show,
and it worked.
And what my favourite music is.
I don't know if you remember
it.
Jackie. Jackie used to do videos back then when we first started.
Yeah,
We've recently had her back on the couch. She ran an IGA for a long time,
yeah.
And now she's retired and she's a teacher's aide actually, or assistant in education. So it's been great having you here. I thought before we let you go, would you like to try the top threes? I know you've been out of it for a while. But I thought just put a little bit of music. Let's have a look.
Oh, okay.
Let's have a look at the top threes as they are. There you go, Paul.
Oh, top 3 tracks. Oh, Senorita, Shawn Mendes featuring CAMILLA Cabello. My kids love this one. Whenever it's on the radio.
Number 2?
Oh, Circles, Post Malone. Yeah, he's cool.
And number 1?
Oh, my girls love this one. Dance Monkey, Tones and I. This is like the 10th week or so.
Yes.
She's been on the charts, which
Isn't
apparently
amazing?
hasn't happened for
because
like a long time.
kids love it. It's all about what kids watch these days.
They just like it because like she has a really interesting voice and the style is just so it's just very modern, very new.
Very good.
Yeah.
Well, it is a pleasure to have you. I hope one day you decide to come and visit us again if we invite you.
Yeah.
I'll have to invite you to come at the end of the year to be part of our final show, I think.
I'll be more than happy to. That'd be great.
And if you're ever available, I may even ask you to fill in for music. It's been a pleasure. It's always a pleasure to have Paul Elwood. There you go. 18 years, the couch. We sort of argue 17, 18. Who cares? We've been here a long time. Paul's been a big part of our history, and we hope to have some more special guests coming up in the next few weeks. We'll be back after the couch talking entertainment and more right after this. Well done. Welcome back to the couch. Stay tuned because very soon this bear that you see in front of me here, we're going to try and give this one away. We're going to talk to Kate Cooper with Nisha very soon about Cooper Bears and the work they do. But first, it's time to talk entertainment. Welcome back to Alexander Sacosta.
Thank you very much, Fred. Always happy to be here. Always
nice
happy
to have you here. What have you been up to all week? Have you been doing your comedy?
Yeah, a little bit of comedy.
Where do you
a little
do your
bit of
comedy?
Acting, a little bit of modelling. Where do I do it? All over Perth. Like sometimes at Shapiro's, the Comedy Lounge.
Yeah.
Around.
And the modelling?
Modelling, I was a model for a hotel.
Oh, so was I. I was the hotel. Try beating that one.
That was you?
That was me. I had 2 windows, a sliding door, if you know what I mean. You've done some modelling for a hotel. Which hotel can you tell us?
I can't say.
Can I guess? Can you give me a clue? Because they're not watching.
Oh, good. No one's watching. Perfect. Oh, well, that's the Rendezvous then.
The Rendezvous in Scarborough. They need as much advertising as they can get. Actually, nice hotel.
Don't say anything until the check clears, Fred.
Oh, I remember you saying how much you enjoyed working there.
It was so fun.
Is that the time? We're going to talk entertainment now.
Yeah, let's.
Before we lose that lovely deal. Justin Bieber's back in the news, but he's all cleaned up and looking good.
Yes, he got married. He's already married technically, but this is actual ceremony they had to the lovely Hailey Baldwin, now Hailey Bieber.
He looks so much nicer these days. He's obviously happy.
Yeah.
He just seems like he's grown up.
Yeah, he's become very much of an adult.
It's only when he takes his clothes off that he's got the tattoos everywhere.
Lots of tattoos. And the wedding was very lavish. Apparently, they had these Moet and Chandon bottles that were like made of gold and then had gems put throughout them.
But he's wealthy. He's a wealthy
Well,
guy.
that's the thing.
you know.
Like, we're talking money now. Like, they've got money, and she's got money too. but
Was
she's a
his
very
mum at the
successful
wedding?
model. Yes, of course. Everyone was
Wonderful. Look, I have a lot of time for him these days because he has cleaned up his act.
Yeah.
When he was off the rails and everything, I thought, oh, God, trouble. Remember he came to Australia?
Yeah,
and
it's 'cause
there was
he's
graffiti and all this sort of stuff that he got into. There was a bit of trouble in
Yeah,
Queensland. But and now he's cleaned himself up, he's
Yeah.
married, and he's actually quite a decent guy.
He found God.
Anything else about him?
No.
Just his wedding?
Just he's
You
rich
didn't get an
and
invite?
happy and married to a model. I guess it worked out.
I'll tell you about a model. Talking about a model, well, you're a model, aren't you? Bachelorette.
The Bachelorette. That's right. So from the Gogglebox to the Bachelorette
When
house.
are these shows going to end? Because don't tell me you watch this sort of crap.
I try not to, but it feels like there's no way out of it. It feels like you can't escape it.
I almost think I could become the Bachelor next
You
time.
wanna be? We
Not
can
really.
petition.
Not really. I don't look good in Speedos, trust me. But what gets me is they're now starting to go, oh, look, that lady that works at Coles that's on
Yeah.
top of the aisle 7.
She's free on Tuesdays.
Because they've got the lady, and I'm not putting her down for her looks, because they all look beautiful.
Yeah.
But she's the lady from Gogglebox.
Yes.
That's all of a sudden
And the thing
has-
was, she used to make fun of the people on this show, and now she's on
Yeah.
this show. So now all her former Gogglebox people are going to be making fun
And
of
there's
her.
a bit of a twist, I believe.
The fun twist is
She's going
that
out with her brother.
her brother is one of the suitors, and the others don't know it. So it's quite an interesting.
How
kind
good
of
would
thing.
it have been if she had to be set up with the brother?
Well, that's the thing,
And they're like, no, we don't like each other.
and he's pretending to want to date his sister. So I think if this show is showing in Tasmania, they're just like, well, what's the problem?
The ratings. Well, you know what? We will wait for the ratings to come out because if in Tassie, if it picks up a lot of ratings, you'll know there's a popularity.
They just
there.
call it the Bachelorette. There is
But
no
it's
twist.
just the lady in it. What's her name?
Angie Kent.
Angie. Now she was her and Eve. Evie,
right.
was that her
Yeah,
name?
they were on
Evie's now
Untitled.
on Studio 10 every single week, and she's doing lots of other TV shows like Celebrity Name Game.
Hmm.
So they've made their mark on TV, but they're not necessarily. I have to say, and I'm not knocking them. They're not necessarily very good
Or very famous.
or funny.
and yet,
And yet they're on there, and I just, where's television gone? You leave Gogglebox, and all of a sudden you're a big star.
yeah. They didn't even. The show's just them watching shows.
I agree. So we don't. I mean, I guess people either love them or hate them on that show. But I just found it amazing that they've now stepped into a career, and now the Bachelorette. Obviously, look at the lady that Sophie Monk.
Yeah.
She's done well
Resurgent.
for herself. Oh, well,
Yeah.
She hasn't really done well.
People
for
are
herself.
watching.
But people are watching. And Bachelorette, do you reckon it's going to rate very well, as
I'd
always?
say so. Yeah, it does
Fantastic.
well. They wouldn't keep bringing it back if it didn't.
Do you like? Is it your age group that sort of watches these shows? Because I remember The Bachelor. The guy was it Matt that was in
Matt
The Bachelor.
Agnew, yeah.
Is he still with the lady that he picked?
I believe so.
Okay, fair enough. We have to wait
Wait, what
and
time
see.
is it? No.
Exactly. So are we expecting any other changes? Because they brought the brother in. He's going to be an undercover type agent with this, trying to make sure the guys are genuine.
I think that would be awkward though, because then you're just surrounded by people talking about how they want to have
And
sex
next
with
thing
your
you'll
sister.
have the mother and father in.
Yeah, the mother and father will pretend to be suitors as well. It's going to be quite a show.
When does that start?
That actually is starting very, very
I think
soon.
it's in the next week or this week.
Yes.
On Channel 10, of course, you can watch one of those wonderful shows. Aaron Carter.
Do you remember Aaron Carter from the 90s?
Yes, I do
Yeah.
remember him. He used to be a singer, and
Yes.
his brother was Nick Carter.
Of the Backstreet Boys.
the
Very,
Backstreet
very
Boys. There
famous.
you
Now
go.
there's got a restraining order because Aaron Carter said he wanted to kill his brother and his wife.
Oh, that's nothing major.
Backstreet's back, all right.
Are you serious? He's the guy with all the tattoos. From
He
what I
has
saw.
a tattoo now on his face, Fred, of
That's the
Medusa,
one.
which unfortunately won't turn us to stone, so
Oh.
we'll have to look at it. And it's horrifying.
Very unattractive.
He wanted to have it actually done on his face. The
Looks
tattoo
like a
artist refused.
scar.
Yeah, he said he wanted, he's like, I'll put it on the
What's he
side.
doing now, apart from keeping tattoo artists busy? Is he still a singer? No, he's given all that up, so he's doing...
I think there's no coming back from this.
See, he would have made a lot of money. He would have made a lot of money back in
Not
those days.
as much as you think, because when he started, he was very, very young.
Really?
Like, he was
Oh, in his
basically
15,
a teenager.
16,
Yeah. So the money's not there.
So he's basically put out a threat to his brother. He doesn't want to...
Hey, we're talking about him again. It's just like when in the 90s he was in his overalls dancing about like being in love, and now he's got a tattoo.
So we'll have to look out for this one. Well, literally look out.
Look
because
out,
you
be
don't-
afraid if you see him cross the street. Yeah.
Exactly. You get a restraining order. Anything coming out of America these days is dangerous. Look at Donald Trump.
Everything's dangerous. Kylie Jenner.
Kylie Jenner. Now, I saw her dad, mum, on a show called Roasting of Somebody or Other.
Yeah,
And
the
she
Comedy
was
Central
really
roast.
funny.
Yeah. Well, she
Now,
had
it is
people
right
write
to say
the
she.
jokes. Yeah.
She was just incredibly funny, the mother. Now, this girl is the daughter, right? She's a model.
That's
Am I
correct.
right?
No, you're thinking Kendall Jenner.
Kendall.
You're
So
getting
there's
your
another
Kardashians
one.
confused.
Oh, sorry about that.
Kylie's the billionaire
Oh, well, let's say Kylie's the one we want to meet.
because she invented lips, apparently.
So what's the story with her?
She is apparently splitting from her boyfriend Travis Scott, who is the one who she is the father of her child, Stormy.
Oh, my God.
I know, I was shocked too, Fred.
And it's not about money because she's rich.
Well, that's the thing. What
so
is the problem?
Yeah,
You're
look,
rich, you're beautiful, you're both attractive, you have a child.
So there's two of these, the daughters.
The Jenners, yeah.
So Kylie Jenner is the billionaire.
Do I need
How
to
does she make
educate?
money? With lipstick, right?
Yes.
So I don't follow the Kardashians.
So it starts off, you've got Kim, the most
Yep.
famous.
Tell me about them, Kim.
Who married to Kanye.
Yes.
And then you've got Chloe, who used to be really tall,
Yeah.
but now is really attractive.
Yeah.
That's her new thing.
I'm
And then
so
you've got
glad you don't know
Courtney,
anything
the
about
one
them.
who's lazy
Yeah, 3.
and who turned 40 and said that she's worried now, but she's afraid of dying. I don't know why I'm laughing, but yeah.
It's amazing
And
you're
then you've
so
got
informed.
Kendall and Kylie, and then you've got the children from the previous marriage who he doesn't talk about, Brody Jenner as well. And then there's the one that gained weight, so they don't talk about him either. And here's the other Kardashian, Robert.
Wow, you're in with all the gossip. I don't think I'll be following him now because I know what you're
There's
talking
too many.
about.
It's so hard to keep up.
It's a story about a lovely lady who was bringing up 3 children of her
Yeah,
own.
the Kardashians.
The Brady Bunch. What's happening with this? Now, I believe they bought the house for about $3.5 million.
This is correct.
The producers
The
have.
producer bought the original house that was used as the exterior set of the show, and now they're actually getting the original actors to come in and renovate the house
And
to
they've-
make it look like
are they
the actual
renovating
house.
it, are
They're
they?
assisting in the renovation.
Because if you remember the Brady Bunch, they go up the stairs and that was the edge of the studio,
Correct.
basically. And everything was shot in the studio. The house has obviously just been bought.
Yes.
So it's the original house from the Brady Bunch.
Yes, that's right.
And the kids are all the originals.
Everyone.
And I
First
did
time in
say,
like 20 years they've
look,
been together.
time has done them not a service, I'd say. They look so unattractive. But they will be joining you on, I think it's the Lifestyle Channel on Fox.
Teaching and Learning, TLC, yeah.
TLC, yeah. So the
The
Lifestyle
Teaching
Channel.
and Learning channel, apparently.
Teaching and Learning Channel. The Brady Bunch, very soon. Next couple of weeks, please catch them.
Check
The
it out.
original cast
All
members from the
original,
Brady
all
Bunch
together.
building the set inside the house. So
Fascinating.
well done.
Why not?
And what else have we got?
That's it, Fred.
That's it. We're
What
finished.
A week.
Well, let
What
me
a
just give you
crazy
gossip.
week.
If I said to you Gretel Colleen, do you reckon she'll come back? I want us
I
to be
feel
the
like
first to
she
say
was
it.
throwing out the fishing line by mentioning, like, oh, if it comes back, it'd be great if they did this.
They asked her on Sunrise and she refused to answer
Yeah,
if she'd
she's
had
coming
meetings
back.
with 7. And I think she will come back, Big Brother. Take my tip. You'll either come back on 10 or on 7, but Gretel Colleen would definitely
Come
be the
back,
host. And the guy that used to be the voiceover man, Mike
Oh, yeah.
Goldman, he will be back too. And I've heard that from somebody else. So good to see
Good
if it
to
comes
see
back.
TV never changes, you're
That's
right.
it.
Yeah, fantastic.
Thank you very much. Tell you something else that never changes, our wonderful talent on the show, Caitlin Steele, singing a lovely Susan Boyle song called I Dream a Dream of Times Gone By When I Started Singing on the Couch. Here she is, Caitlin. I hope that's put you in the mood. Well done.
I dreamed a dream in time gone by, when hope was high and life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving. When I was young and unafraid, when dreams were made and used and wasted, there was no ransom to be paid, no song unsung, no wine untasted. But the tigers come
There you go. I told you Caitlin was a master of her craft. I dreamed a dream. No more of my singing. We're going to give away a bear very soon. This one here that I've got in front of me. And it comes from Cooper's Bears.
Yep.
And we've got Kay Cooper here talking to Nisha. Over to you.
Thank you, Fred. Kay, welcome to the couch.
Thank you.
Kay, I've been staring, not swearing, goodness me, staring at that sweet teddy bear's eyes during the beautiful music. Tell us a bit about Cooper's Bears.
Okay. Yeah, I've been making bears for about 30 years, and my husband actually bought a kit for me and insisted that I have a go at doing them, and I got addicted. So I've been making them for 30 years, and I'm really blessed because I get to sell them all over the world. I have a lot of collectors in England and the US and now Germany and other places as well.
Oh,
but yeah, so yep.
Tell us about the experience of making a bear, because they're rather bespoke. So a lot of love goes into these bears.
Yeah, so it's they start off with, I literally start off with a piece of fabric. So in this case, it's a mohair, and it's not dead mohair, it's actually put into matting. I don't actually work with flesh at all. So then you've got to trace it all out, cut it all out, and then I hand stitch each one. And then I do. He looks
Do you reckon
so cute.
I look just like the bear?
Definitely.
Yeah, it's very dashing. I think you've ruined the bear's hair though, Fred.
Then I sculpt noses and paint them and do painting with them as well. Yeah.
So from start to finish, how long roughly would it take?
So he takes about 15 hours.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a long birth, as someone in the audience said earlier.
Yeah.
Hey, would you ever consider doing romantic bears? Say, for example, Nisha and I were going out together.
Yes.
And obviously she has more taste than that. But say we were, and I wanted a bear for Nisha, or Nisha wanted one for me.
Yep.
And I could call it Nishi Bear or something. And
Absolutely.
she'd call it Freddie Bear.
That's a very cute name.
Could you imagine?
Great name.
Would you ever? Do you get that sort of thing where
I do
partners, lovers,
actually. Yeah, I do actually.
Valentine's Day. You can imagine how special it would be to be given a bear that's all for you.
That's nice.
Not common off
no,
the
I've
shelf.
done that. I had a lovely lady who's now become a good friend called Penny, and her husband ordered 3 bears to represent
3
each.
lovers.
No, he had 3 children. So it was for the 3 children. Like I made a baker, a baseball player, and a chef to represent her children. So yeah,
that's lovely.
Yeah,
and that's something like a keepsake that you can pass on
forever.
to the next generation as well.
Yep.
How hard is making bears here in Perth? I mean, as a business.
It's pretty hard. Yeah, it's not.
Tell us how hard it is, because people at home, I want them to come and support you.
Yeah.
Because they think it's easy. Oh, look, she gave Fred a bear.
No, it's hours and hours of work, and I design them all myself as well. So they're not from someone else's patterns; they're all my own patterns. So there's that creative process as well. We don't sell a huge number of them in Perth. I've got a couple of people that collect them, so. But not a huge amount. It's mostly eastern states. England and the US are my biggest audience. I've got them in Spain, France, Germany, all sorts of other countries.
United Nations bears, I like it.
And I've won a lot of awards internationally too. So I've just won another one recently.
Of some of the other bears.
Yeah.
So can you make a bear in any sort of design?
Yes.
So if someone said to you, look, I want a bear as a chicken.
Yes.
Chicken bear. You can,
yes,
What's the weirdest thing that you've ever had to make? What's the strangest
a narwhal. I made a narwhal, which is like like the whale with the great big long. My daughter actually.
Really?
So, So I've made a narwhal and.
And does it cost
Aussie
extra to
birds.
move away from the theme? Like when
No,
people say,
I really love it when someone asks me to do a theme, so
Something
I don't
different.
actually charge extra for that.
Aww.
What are we looking at in the way of prices of bears? Where the smallest ones?
The smallest one sort of started about 150, and I think the biggest one and the most expensive one I've done is like 1/2 metre high with handcrafted wings from Spain, and she was 500. So.
Fantastic. Look, well worth it. I think if you want a personal gift, because it's not really a toy. See, I was talking to someone earlier on, I said, they're not really toys that you hug and break or put in the cot. They're things that you would say, this is Fred's bear that he got when he was 20.
Yeah.
It was a special reason for getting it. And you sort of, I don't know, it's something that we keep as a
they're more
keepsake.
collectible than
sentimental.
memorable. So I have done bears for people that wanted them for children, that one to collect and one to hug.
Yep.
So yeah.
How do we get a hold of them? If people want to ring you, or your website's probably the best
the
thing.
website, or we have a phone, like a local business.
Give
a
us
phone
the
number.
website first.
Okay, so the website's www.coopersbears.com.
And the phone number?
9495
Yep.
1876.
Remember that number, Nisha?
9495
1 8
1 8
7 6. We've done well.
7 6. I
Half
was
each.
just staring at the bear.
It's a beautiful bear. How much is this bear worth?
It's about 200 you would get for him. Yeah.
This is a $200 bear. I'm keeping it. We're not giving it away this week. No, look, thank you for coming in. Thank you, Nisha, as well.
Thank you for having me.
Now, we would love to give this bear away. We've got 4 to give away until the end of the year. So for the next month, I'd love you to SMS. All you've got to do is SMS the word Coopers. There it is on screen. Cooper bears. COOPER. This is the lady who makes them. Kay Cooper, of course, in her lovely shop in Armidale.
Yep.
And we would love to give this wonderful bear, it's got a name, I'm not going to tell you what it is because I've left the tag at home, but Cooper, send it to 0439 929 929, anywhere in Australia, so it doesn't matter where, and anywhere in the world. Okay, just take your chance of getting it if you're in China or somewhere. But I will post it to you if you're the lucky winner. So we want you to SMS your name and address, send it to our normal SMS number 0439 929 929, and we'd love you to enter, and good luck. Thank you to Kate. Thank you to Nisha.
Thank you
to this
so much for having
lovely
me.
bear. They could all be called Cooper Bear. We'll take a break. Be back after the break. We're talking comedy with Questionable with Simone Springer. See you then.
Connect with The Couch online through Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube.
Welcome back to The Couch. Can I just say we are very short of time today. So Cade, even though we said you're on the show today, you're going to be on next week. So Cade's gone home now. He's very upset. But he will be back next week. All right, Cade, you don't have to break the set. Anyway, no, he'll be back next week. Great sport. Let's talk comedy. Simone Springer's back with her team.
Hey.
Questionable.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Fred. Welcome, guys, to Questionable on the Couch. Tonight we have a question, are we having too many kids? And joining me, I have 3 people who combined might actually have too many kids. Pony Knox, we have Andrew Wolf, and Lucy Ewing. Thank you for joining me, guys. So, Pony, you're up first. What do you think? Do you reckon that we're having too many kids?
Well, I've got 3 that I know about. And do you know what? I don't reckon that's enough. I reckon we should have a minimum of 4, like 1 for each grandparent, you know? And so then you get, each kid gets given a grandparent to look after. No more nursing homes, no more...
Just a one-on-one...
Brainwave.
Yeah.
Yeah, they each need a carer.
Yeah,
Makes
yeah,
sense.
everyone has a carer.
Well, that's great for the ageing population. Good thinking,
That's
Pony.
good. You change my nappy, I'll change yours.
That's right.
What about you, Andrew? What do you think? Are we having too many kids?
No, I think we should have more, you know.
You think the same?
I agree with her. Like, the planet, we need to, like a degenerate gambler, like, just keep getting more kids. One of them might find the cure. They could save the planet. You know, you need more kids, don't you think?
Have you guys seen that show, 19 Kids and Counting?
No.
Do you not think that's
That sounds
far
like it's
too-
American, is it?
It is. I think that might be too many kids. Maybe we need another planet for those people who decide to have that many children. Because something's wrong there, you know what I mean?
We'll go live there.
What about you, Lucy? Are we having too many kids?
No, I don't think. Actually, yes. We've had 2 no's. I'm going to go yes. I feel like generations, they're like Shrek sequels. They're obviously getting worse. We can't stop having them. Yeah, it's a problem.
Where you think where are we at now? We must be at like Lost World 27.
Yeah,
Something like that.
it's a franchise that's just, it went off the rails a long time ago. I don't think it's a good thing.
So you've got 2 kids and they call that a pigeon pair. Why do you reckon they call it that?
So boy and a girl, pigeon pair. In my experience, they are kind of like pigeons because when you open the door to my house, you just see their crap everywhere.
Now, Andrew, you've got 2 kids as well.
Yep.
Do you want like a boy to carry on your family name?
Well, that's the weird thing, hey? Like, so many of the guys, they want boys, of my mates. Oh, you want to have a boy? Want to have a boy? Pass on the family legacy, the name. I'm like, what is the legacy, mate? An overdrawn credit card and a jet ski, mate? I'm like, dude, for 1,000 years, your family's done nothing. If anything, your kid should take your wife's last name, give them a fresh start. Mix it up.
That's great. Yeah. So you don't have a problem with that?
No. whatever.
All right, Pony, what's the worst thing about having kids?
Well, I had 3 under 3, right? So,
Oh my God.
like that toilet training years, it was disgusting. Like we were at the shops once, Big W. One of the kids needed to use the potty, and so they did it. In aisle 3.
Oh no! In a potty? Or just...
In the potty, in like this brand new. And I was like just going to walk away and leave it there, but then this lady saw me, and I was like, oh, I suppose I better buy it. I'm trying to, and I didn't want anyone to say, so I'm scanning it at the self-serve checkout, and then I hear unexpected item in the bag. Yeah, like I expected it.
Oh my gosh. Did you have to pay any extra?
Oh, no.
You didn't say it's just a summer roll.
Yeah, we had shared a Lamington earlier. It was a summer roll.
So I'm going to give you guys some facts. Like there are 7.7 billion people in the world, but there's 1.4 billion cows. What do you guys make of that?
Yeah.
Why are there so few cows? Someone needs to protect
That's a lot.
the cow.
There's like one cow
Why we kill
per
those
7
numbers
people.
so much?
I think it's because they're standing out in the sun all day. There's always that one cow hogging the shade. You know that you drive past paddocks when you're going... yeah, there's like one cow in the shade and the rest are out in the sun.
Yeah, the ratios are off. We need to lift the number of cows.
I've met a few cows in my time.
So you're thinking maybe there's more cows than
there's a lot more.
1.4. Yeah, I feel you. Now there's also 360,000 births per day, but only 151,000 people are dying. Are we having too many kids or just not enough people dying?
Yeah, we've got to lift the deaths.
Yes.
A bit more drink driving, hey?
I blame it on sun cream.
Yeah, sun cream?
Because ever since sun cream was invented, not as many people are dying.
But actually, the sun cream
on the
is
cows.
killing coral though. So the problem is it's killing the coral but not Carol.
Yes.
Yeah. We need a few more. Now, the people say that having more kids than you have hands is like a bad thing, but you guys are both teachers. Like you guys are used to having 20 kids. Surely you could have more.
Well, I'm one of 4, right? So my mum just constantly was in the shaka because we'd have like one kid on each finger, and this is how we rolled. She just walked around the shops like that. But like she had another 6 fingers, we could have had heaps more. Or have
And
a
your
little bit of
toes.
string.
You could have 20 kids.
Like a real life family
Where's
tree.
little toe gone?
And the difference, like when you're a teacher, you don't ever have to stuff any of those kids into a car seat. Like that's when you... when my daughter was 3, I was trying to get her into one of those little car seats, and not only was she thrashing around the whole time, she actually yelled out, "You're not my mum!"
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's shocking.
And the worst part is it's totally credible. She's a little blondie with blue eyes. So, yeah.
That's scary.
That's why I popped mine in the boot, guys.
Okay, well, Australia is apparently considered underpopulated because we've only got 20 million people, as America's the same size and they've got 329. Maybe, do you guys think we just need to import some more people? Spread it around.
Boat people have it sorted.
Yeah.
There's so much ocean we could live in.
Yeah, maybe we need to accept more boat people from the
Yeah, we
United
need to-
States.
Yeah,
Does
yeah.
it suck over there or what?
I don't know, I just... they've got more people.
Yes.
But I don't think that they're better off for having more people. I think we've got the right idea here in Australia. We've got elbow room.
Yeah, it's quantity over quality.
Not
you
on
see.
this couch, but yeah. So we're going to vote, guys. What do you guys think? Have any of you changed your mind?
Nah.
Are we having too many kids?
More.
I'm giving away my kids. Let's get to the numbers.
Well, I know personally motherhood to me is like riding a bike because I can't be bothered doing either. And that's the end of the show, guys. Apparently we are not having enough kids. Thank you so much, Fred, for having us, and thank you so much to Pony, Andrew and Lucy for joining me.
Thank you very much, Simone. Looking at these wonderful subjects as parents, I'm surprised you haven't had 20 kids each, especially Andrew with his drink driving tip.
Well, I wanted to have more, but my wife's left me, so... that opportunity's
She
that's
found
run
the
away.
kids in the boat, that's why.
Very, very funny. Thank you very much to the team. Thank you, Simone. We'll see you next month for another Questionable.
Thank you so
much. And that is it. We're right out of time. Thanks for watching the show. Watch us next week. Catch us on Foxtel, 8:30 on a Sunday night, channel 173. Or you can catch us on Facebook, 5:30 on a Wednesday. Until then, from all of us here at The Couch, don't forget, we've got one more thing to say. Scoot, we've got one more trip anywhere in the world to give away. We'll tell you details next week. Don't forget to SMS us for this wonderful bear. Cooper is the code word if you would like to win this wonderful bear. $200 it's worth. We would love you to enter and win. Watch the show again on Facebook for details. See you next week, Australia. Bye for now.
The Couch is proudly supported by Palace Cinemas, Elite Audiovisual Productions, Crown and Andrews Board Games, fun for the whole family, and Scoot Airlines. Escape the ordinary, fly Scoot.